I'd like to call to order part 2 of the inauguration and organizational meeting agenda for Fairfield County Council.
Senior council member, I have a motion in reference to the election of officers. I have a motion that we record our votes.
Second.
Any, have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yes. One of the things I did for this inaugural meeting is make sure I called Mr. Taylor, try to understand what's the procedure for doing this. And as I understand it, it's the bylaws say that it's a secret ballot. Okay, so I suggest we follow the bylaws.
Mr. Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Trapp. Yes, sir, Mr. Bell, you're 100% correct. If you look at resolution number 2018-04, which are the council's bylaws, it does say that the organizational meeting, which is the election of the chair and vice chair, is conducted by secret ballot by majority vote. But the case law in the state of South Carolina says that if a member asks that the vote be recorded, then that becomes a public vote. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even have to be a motion. I'm looking at an attorney general's opinion that was written March 14th, 1989 to Mr. Thomas Babb, who was the Lawrence County attorney. And I'm going to quote the pertinent sections. You have asked whether it is permissible to elect a chairman and vice chairman of Lawrence County Council by secret ballot. And it goes on to say that I'm enclosing previous opinions issued by this office which answer your question. In opinion number 84-4, issued on January 17th, 1984, this office concluded that if a member of council asks that a vote be recorded, then a secret ballot could not be used in that instance. And the opinion relied upon section 30-4-90, subsection A3 of the Code of Laws. And that's the South Carolina Freedom of Information Act section. And that says, and on point here, all public bodies shall keep written minutes of all their meetings. Such meetings shall include, but need not be limited to, and then subsection 3, the substance of all matters proposed, discussed, or decided, and at the request of any member, a record by an individual member of any votes taken. So it goes on to state that, in essence, if a member of the body requests that the votes be recorded, then it takes it out of a secret ballot possibility and then moves it into a vote going forward.
Okay. I understand that, and if that's the law, that's the law. But what I don't understand is, I had asked that question previously. Okay, this information was not given to council until now, and I want that to be noted and documented in the minutes. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So really, we don't need a vote if that's the law.
Yes, sir. I would, Mr. Trapp, I would say that because the council member has asked that the vote be recorded, it doesn't even have to go forward with a motion in a second. It's not even a vote that's necessary. Going forward, the vote for the chair and the vice chair would be like any other matter of business. It would come forward by pursuant to a motion, i.e. I make a motion to nominate an individual to be chair. And then that motion would require a second, and then you would go forward with a vote, just like any other ordinance or any other matter. So to answer your question.
No, the question I'm asking is about Mr. Pauly's motion, so that we don't have to vote on that.
Correct. 100%.
In order to elect the chairman and the vice chairman, we got to nominate like a regular motion. That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Trapp.
Mr. Chair, I nominate Moses Bell for chair.
Mr. Chair, I nominate Neil Robinson for chair.
You still got wait on, we got a motion on the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I second for Mr. Bell. We have a motion and a second in the discussion. If no discussion, all in favor of Moses Bell for chairman, raise your hand. All opposed, raise your hand. 4-3, Mr. Bell is the new chairman.
You got to do the next one.
Do I have a motion for vice chairman?
I would like to nominate Shirley Green for vice chair.
Do we have a second? I second that motion. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any discussion? If no discussion, we have a vote. All in favor of Ms. Green as vice chairman, raise your hand. All opposed? 4-3, Ms. Green is the vice chairman. Do I have a motion to, let me get this to the chairman. For the adjournment.
Can we get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We adjourn. All in favor, let it be known by the word aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Meeting stand adjourned.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.